Jake, have you ever promised yourself, like, tomorrow I will wake up early, and then you hit snooze 5 times?
Oh, Anna, all the time. And then I feel so lazy and a little guilty. You know that feeling? Like, I wanted to do good, but I failed again.
Exactly. And I think everyone feels this sometimes. Maybe you want to eat healthy or exercise or stop scrolling your phone so much, but somehow the old habits sneak in.
Yeah, habits can be sneaky. Some habits help us feel good, and some habits, well, they trick us and make life harder.
And the tricky part is we often feel like we are the problem. But actually, habits are just habits. You are not broken. You are human.
Yes. So today, we are going to talk about good habits, bad habits, and how to handle them.
Welcome back, everyone. This is English Conversation Hub, and I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a calm, cozy day. Or at least a day where you have a cup of tea or coffee.
Yes. And today we're talking about something we all think about: habits. Good habits, bad habits, habits we want to keep, and habits we want to change.
Oh, yes. And don't worry, we are not here to lecture you. We are here to chat, share ideas, and maybe help you feel a little better about yourself.
Exactly. You know, sometimes I think of habits like little friends or little tricks in our life. Some help us, some not so much.
Yeah, like my friend always says, habits are like tiny engines. They run your life without you thinking.
I love that. Tiny engines. And today we will look at which engines are good and which engines maybe need a little repair.
So, Anna, let's start with the easy part, good habits.
Okay, good habits. These are things that help us feel better, more confident, or healthier, like waking up early, drinking water, or even reading a little every day.
Yes, I love that. And good habits are like little gifts to yourself. They don't have to be big. Even small things count.
Exactly. Sometimes people think, I must do everything perfectly. But really, small steps are enough.
And good habits are not just actions, they are feelings too. For example, when you exercise, you feel proud, right? Or when you eat healthy, you feel lighter and happier.
Yes. And another good habit is kindness, like saying thank you or sorry when needed. Even small kindness is powerful.
Now, bad habits. I think we all know these, right?
Yes, bad habits are like little traps. They feel easy, but later we feel tired, stressed, or unhappy.
Exactly. For example, scrolling on your phone for hours, or eating too much junk food, or getting angry quickly.
Or even procrastinating. That is a tricky one. You know you should start a task, but somehow you watch another video.
Guilty. But here's the thing. We all have bad habits. Everyone. And it's okay.
Yes, that is so important. Bad habits do not mean you are weak. They mean you're human.
And the key is awareness. First, notice your habits. Which ones make you feel good? Which ones make you feel bad?
And think about why you do them. Sometimes bad habits come because we feel stressed, lonely, or bored.
True. For example, I sometimes eat chocolate when I feel stressed, and at first it feels good, but later I feel guilty.
Yes, so understanding is the first step. Not blame, just understanding.
And here's another thing. Good habits often start small. Like instead of saying, I will wake up at 5 a.m. every day, you say, tomorrow, I will wake up 15 minutes earlier.
Yes, small steps. And celebrate every little win. Even a small step forward is progress.
And one more idea, habits are easier when we connect them to feelings. For example, if exercising makes you happy or reading makes you relaxed, then it becomes easier to repeat.
Feelings are powerful. We don't just want habits because we should. We want habits because they make us feel good inside.
Absolutely. So in short, good habits help us feel better, and bad habits sometimes trick us, but we can learn from them.
And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about understanding yourself and taking one small step at a time. Okay, let's give our listeners a few small tips. Just 3 simple things to start. Tip 1. Start small. Pick one small habit to build. Maybe drink a glass of water every morning or walk for 5 minutes.
Tip 2. Notice your feelings. Ask yourself, how do I feel after this habit? If it makes you happy, keep it. If it makes you stressed, think about why.
Tip 3. Make it easy. Remove obstacles. For example, if you want to eat healthy in the morning, prepare fruits the night before, or put your workout shoes ready by your bed.
Yes, tiny changes can make a big difference. And the key word is consistency, not perfection.
Consistency is magical. Small steps, repeated, make big changes.
And later, we will add more tips. But for now, small, easy steps are perfect.
Let's take a moment to reflect. It's normal to have bad habits. It's normal to fail sometimes.
Yes, you are not broken. You are learning. You are human.
And every time you notice a habit, good or bad, you are growing. Even small awareness is a win.
So be kind to yourself. Treat yourself like a friend. Encourage, don't punish.
Exactly. Little steps, little love, little understanding. That is enough.
Okay, listeners, let's slow down and learn some words from today's talk. Repeat after us.
Word 1. Habit. A habit is something you do often, usually without thinking. Example, I have a habit of drinking tea in the morning. Another, she has a habit of reading before bed. Repeat, habit.
Word 2, guilty. Feeling bad because of something you did. Example, I felt guilty for eating too much chocolate. Another, he felt guilty for being late. Repeat, guilty.
Word 3. Consistency. Doing something regularly, over time. Example, consistency and practice makes you better. Another, she works with consistency every day. Repeat, consistency.
Word 4, procrastinate. To delay doing something. Example, I procrastinate when I feel tired. Another, don't procrastinate your homework. Repeat, procrastinate.
Word 5. Awareness. Knowing what is happening. Example, awareness of my habits helps me change. Another, mindfulness helps increase awareness. Repeat, awareness.
Word 6, step. A small action. Example, take one step at a time. Another, every step counts. Repeat, step.
Great job. These words will help you talk about habits easily.
Okay, listeners, your homework is simple. Pick one small habit to try tomorrow.
And use one word from today's list in a sentence. For example, I celebrate drinking water every morning.
Then, write it in the comments. We would love to see your progress.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember, you are not broken. You are learning. You are human.
And small steps repeated every day make a big difference.
Yes, take care of yourself. Be kind. And we will continue this conversation next time with more tips and words about habits.
Until then, stay cozy, stay happy, and keep going. One small step at a time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Jake, yesterday I tried that small habit we talked about, drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning.
Really? And how did it feel?
Honestly, it felt good. Tiny, but I felt like I started my day with care. Not perfect, just caring for myself.
That's amazing. You see? Small habits can make a day feel different, and sometimes we underestimate tiny actions.
True. And noticing that little win gave me motivation for the next step.
Exactly. Motivation is sneaky. It comes from small successes, not big promises. Okay, so let's talk more about bad habits. Why do we do them, even when we know they are not good for us?
I think sometimes bad habits give quick comfort, like scrolling on your phone when you feel bored, or eating sweets when stressed.
Yeah, the brain loves easy rewards, and habits give fast feelings of happiness, even if later we regret them.
That's right. And sometimes bad habits happen because we don't notice them. We just do them automatically.
Oh, yes. Like, I sometimes bite my nails without thinking. Only later I realize, ugh, again.
Guilty, Jake. I do that too. But here's the good news. Once we notice a habit, we can choose a better path.
Awareness is key, and then we can replace bad habits with small, helpful habits.
For example, instead of scrolling your phone for an hour, maybe you take a 5-minute walk or stretch. Tiny change, same feeling, but better for you.
Yes, or if you eat too many sweets, you can try a fruit first. Not perfect, just a small swap.
And the important part is kindness to yourself. If you fail, it's okay. Don't punish yourself. Learn and try again.
I love that. Learning, not punishing. And remember, habits are not personality, just actions.
Exactly. You are not lazy. You just have habits that need a little adjustment.
And sometimes talking to a friend helps. Sharing your habits, asking for support, even one tiny encouragement makes a difference.
Yes, that's why we are here. You are not alone. Everyone struggles with habits. Everyone.
Let's give 2 more tips for today.
Tip 4. Replace, don't remove. Instead of just stopping a bad habit, replace it with something small and good, like drink water instead of soda, or read a short page instead of scrolling.
Tip 5. Track your habits. Write them down. Even a simple check mark for each small success helps your brain notice progress.
Yes, tracking is motivating. You see the tiny wins, and tiny wins become big wins over time.
And remember, don't focus on perfection. Focus on small improvements, little by little.
Small changes, consistent, and kind to yourself. That's the recipe. Let's pause and reflect. Maybe today you feel, I failed again, or I didn't do enough.
But let's be honest, even noticing that feeling is progress. You are learning about yourself.
And every little step counts. Drinking water, smiling more, walking a few minutes, it all matters.
Exactly. Habits are not about judgment. They are about care, about taking small actions to feel better in your life.
So even if today was messy, tomorrow is a new chance, and you can start with one tiny habit.
And remember, it's okay to fail. It's okay to try again. You are human, and that's beautiful.
Okay, let's learn more words from today's segment. Speak slowly and repeat after us.
Word 9. Motivation. A feeling that makes you want to do something. Example. Morning coffee gives me motivation. Another. Music is my motivation to exercise. Repeat. Motivation.
Word 10. Swap. To change one thing for another. Example, swap soda for water. Another, swap chocolate for fruit. Repeat. Swap.
Word 11. Regret. Feeling sad about something you did or did not do. Example. I regret eating too much cake. Another. She regrets missing the class. Repeat. Regret.
Word 12. Encouragement. Words or actions that make someone feel supported. Example, my friend gave me encouragement to keep studying. Another, encouragement helps children feel confident. Repeat. Encouragement.
Word 13. Progress. Improvement over time. Example. I see progress in my English. Another. Small steps lead to progress. Repeat. Progress.
Word 14. Automatic. Something you do without thinking. Example, brushing teeth is automatic. Another, driving the same road becomes automatic. Repeat. Automatic.
Word 15. Awareness. Again, knowing what is happening. Example, awareness of feelings helps me stay calm. Another, awareness of bad habits helps me change. Repeat. Awareness.
Word 16. Tiny. Very small. Example, tiny steps make a big difference. Another, I added a tiny bit of sugar. Repeat. Tiny.
Your homework today is pick one tiny swap. Replace one small bad habit with a good habit.
And use one word from today's list in a sentence. For example, I swapped soda for water and I feel progress.
Write it in the comments. We love seeing your tiny wins.
Thank you for being with us today. Remember, habits are not about perfection. They are about care, small steps, and kindness.
And every tiny action counts. You are not broken. You are learning. You are human.
Take care of yourself. Be gentle. And next time, we will continue talking about habits with even more tips and words.
Until then, stay cozy, stay motivated, and remember, one tiny step at a time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Jake, I was thinking, habits are not just about what we do every day. They also tell a story about how we feel inside.
Yes, Anna, that's deep. Like when we repeat a bad habit, sometimes it shows stress, boredom, or even fear.
Exactly. I noticed I scroll my phone when I feel tired or anxious. It's not just a habit, it's a signal.
Yes, and understanding that signal is more powerful than just trying to stop the habit.
It's like listening to yourself, not punishing yourself. And that's where real change begins. So, let's talk about how to notice habits in a simple way. Noticing is the first step, right?
Yes. Step 1, watch your day. Just look at what you do. Don't judge. For example, I drink coffee at 10 a.m. That's a habit. Not good, not bad, just a habit.
And step 2, notice the feelings. Ask yourself, how do I feel after this habit? Happy, relaxed, tired, regretful?
Step 3, think about small changes, not big ones. Tiny steps. Like we talked about before, 5 minutes of walking, 1 glass of water, tiny swaps.
And here is an important thing. Habits grow with repetition. If you do something every day, it becomes easier and automatic. Yes, like brushing teeth. We don't even think about it. And the same can happen with good habits, if we repeat them.
And the tricky part is, bad habits grow the same way. That's why scrolling or snacking too much feels automatic.
So the power of habits is neutral. Good or bad depends on our awareness.
Absolutely. And that's why small wins are so important. Tiny improvements repeated every day, they add up.
And sometimes it's helpful to link habits to feelings or rewards. Like, I read a few pages, then I drink tea. Or I exercise, then I listen to my favorite song.
Yes. That gives your brain a signal. Good feelings come from this habit, and then your brain wants to repeat it.
And one more thing, habits can also connect to your values. If you care about health, small habits like walking or eating fruit matter. If you care about learning, reading 5 minutes a day matters.
Yes, linking habits to feelings or values makes them more meaningful, not just rules or shoulds.
And that's the secret. Don't fight habits with force. Build them with understanding, feelings, and tiny steps.
Okay, let's give 3 more practical tips today.
Tip 6. Stack habits. Combine a new habit with an old habit. For example, do 5 push-ups right after brushing your teeth. Old habit helps start the new one.
Tip 7. Be patient. Habits don't change overnight. Even tiny steps take weeks or months. That's normal.
Tip 8. Reward yourself. After a small success, give yourself a tiny treat. Not big, just something that makes you happy.
And remember, these tips are simple, small, repeated, and kind to yourself. That's all it takes.
Let's take a moment. Sometimes we feel frustrated with habits. Why can't I change? But that's okay. Change is slow. Tiny progress is still progress. You are not failing, you are learning.
And even noticing a bad habit is a step forward. Awareness is already a win.
Yes, and habits are not personality. They are actions. You are not lazy, you are human.
So, be kind, be patient, and celebrate tiny wins. One day you'll see big changes without even noticing.
And the most important part, never stop trying. Every day is a chance to practice, to grow, to feel better.
Okay, listeners, let's slow down and learn new words from this part.
Word 17, signal, a sign or message. Example, Yawning is a signal of tiredness. Another, red light is a signal to stop. Repeat, signal.
Word 18. Automatic. Something done without thinking. Example, driving home is automatic. Another, my morning routine is automatic. Repeat, automatic.
Word 19, value. Something important to you. Example, health is my value. Another, honesty is a value in my family. Repeat, value.
Word 20. Patience. Waiting without frustration. Example, learning English requires patience. Another, gardening needs patience. Repeat, patience.
Word 21, stack. To put one thing on another. Example, stack habits for better results. Another, I stack books on my desk. Repeat, stack.
Word 22. Tiny steps. Very small actions. Example, tiny steps lead to big progress. Another, take tiny steps toward your goal. Repeat, tiny steps.
Word 23, frustrated. Feeling upset because things are hard. Example, I feel frustrated when I can't finish homework. Another, she is frustrated with traffic. Repeat, frustrated.
Word 24. Reward. Something good you give yourself. Example, I reward myself with tea after work. Another, children get rewards for doing chores. Repeat, reward.
Your homework today is simple. Pick one habit and notice its signal. How does it make you feel?
And use one word from today's list in a sentence. For example, stacking habits gives me patience.
Share your sentence in the comments. We love seeing your small wins and thoughts.
Thank you for spending time with us today. Remember, tiny steps, awareness, and kindness make all the difference.
And habits are not about perfection. They are about care, feelings, and growth.
Keep practicing, stay patient, and enjoy the process.
Next time, we will finish our discussion on habits. More tips, more words, and ways to feel motivated every day.
Until then, stay cozy, stay human, and take one tiny step at a time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Jake, do you ever notice that some habits sneak into your life without even thinking? Like, suddenly you are scrolling for an hour and wonder, where did the time go?
Yes, that's the magic of habits. They can be invisible until we feel the result. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good.
And the interesting part is, when we notice them, we have the power to change them. It's like finding a hidden door we didn't know existed.
Exactly. And opening that door gently, with curiosity, not force, makes all the difference. Okay, Anna, let's talk about keeping habits alive. Because starting habits is one thing, keeping them is another.
Yes, I think the key is making habits part of your life, not a task you hate. For example, walking outside. If you enjoy nature, it doesn't feel like a chore.
Enjoyment is important. Habits survive when they feel good. Not punishment, not stress.
And sometimes a habit can be flexible. Like if you miss a day, it's okay. Just return tomorrow. Don't quit completely.
Yes, missing a day does not mean failure. It means life happened, and life is part of habits too.
Another idea, track your progress, even in tiny ways. Check marks, small notes, or just remembering, I did it today.
And celebrate even tiny wins. 5 minutes of reading, 1 glass of water, a short walk, it all counts.
And sometimes habits work best when we have a buddy, someone to encourage, check in, or just share the experience.
Absolutely. Habits are easier when shared. Even just talking about them makes them stronger.
And remember, habits are not permanent. They can change, grow, or even disappear. And that's okay. Life changes, and habits can adjust too.
So the secret is not force, not guilt, but awareness, tiny steps, patience, and care.
Exactly. And with this approach, even bad habits can become learning experiences. Not failure, just feedback.
Okay, let's finish with 3 more tips today.
Tip 9. Pair habits with something pleasant. For example, listen to your favorite song while exercising. Makes it easier and fun.
Tip 10. Reflect weekly. Look back at your week and notice small wins. Celebrate them. Tiny wins are powerful.
Tip 11. Adjust, don't quit. If a habit is hard, make it smaller or easier. Even small adjustments keep you moving forward.
And remember, perfection is not the goal. Growth, awareness, and tiny steps are the goal. Okay, listeners, last words for today. Repeat after us.
Word 25. Flexible. Easy to change or adjust. Example, I am flexible with my routine. Another, this plan is flexible. Repeat, flexible.
Word 26. Buddy, a friend or partner. Example, I need a workout buddy. Another, my buddy helps me stay motivated. Repeat, buddy.
Another, adjust. To change something slightly. Example, adjust your schedule if needed. Another, I adjusted my chair. Repeat, adjust.
Reflect, to think carefully about something. Example, reflect on your day. Another, I reflect before making a decision. Repeat, reflect.
Permanent, lasting forever. Example, habits are not permanent. Another, tattoos are permanent. Repeat, permanent.
Feedback, information about how you are doing. Example, I get feedback from my teacher. Another, feedback helps me improve. Repeat, feedback.
Invisible, something you cannot see easily. Example, stress can be invisible. Another, air is invisible. Repeat, invisible.
Powerful, very strong or effective. Example, tiny habits are powerful. Another, words can be powerful. Repeat, powerful.
Okay, homework. Pick one habit you want to continue this week.
Notice how it makes you feel. Use one word from today's list in a sentence. For example, tracking my habit is powerful and fun.
Share your sentence in the comments. Even one tiny habit counts. We love hearing your small wins.
Thank you so much for being with us. Habits are not about perfection. They are about care, patience, and growth.
Remember, you are not broken, you are human. Tiny steps, repeated, create powerful change.
Keep practicing, stay aware, and enjoy the journey. Even invisible progress matters.
We hope today's episode helped you feel motivated and understood. Take one tiny step tomorrow and the next day and keep moving forward.
Until next time, stay cozy, stay kind, and keep taking tiny steps towards your best self.
Bye-bye, everyone. Take care and see you in the next episode.
Bye.